Isinusulong na ang part fixed at part performance na basihan ng pasahod para sa kanila. At posibleng sa susunod na taon, mas magiging maayos na daw ang pagbibigay ng kanilang kita. Yan naman ang ating pag-uusapan ngayon kasama si Professor Winnie Monsod. Good morning, Tita Winnie.
Hi, good morning, Connie. Alam mo, nasa phone na si Chairman Francis Tolentino. Why don't we get him on para matanong na natin sa kanya?
Yes, at
ang mga questions natin.
Yes, kaugnay po na makakausap po natin sa ating linya ng telepono si MMDA Chairman Francis Tolentino. Attorney Francis Tolentino, good morning po sa inyo.
Morning, Connie. Good morning, Professor Winnie.
Good morning. Alam nyo, Chairman, I just wanted to, ayon sa saliksik, that ended up with these recommendations, may apat na dahilan kung bakit talagang masama yung nangyayari sa bus drivers natin. One is lack of proper training and skills, two is poor health, and three is lack of income security, and two and three are related to each other because nasa commission basis sila eh. They try to work as long as... And the fourth is weak licensing system. Ngayon, ang MMDA po, Chairman, is obviously going to be responsible for the licensing system, hopefully, and the training and skills. Anong ginagawa nyo rito para hindi...
Yung licensing po is a function of the LTO. Yung isa po nabanggit nyo, function din po ng ibang ahensya po yan. So, ang ginagawa po ng MMDA is just to coordinate. Ang ginawa po namin dito is we sought the support of DOLE, LTFRB, and other groups as well na para magkaroon po ng sweldo na itong ating mga bus driver. Siguro panlima pong dahilan is constitutional. Nakalagay po sa ating saligang batas, bigyan ng proteksyon, bigyan ng dignidad ang ating mga manggagawa. Yun po yung layunin itong mungkahing ito na magkaroon ng sweldo yung ating mga bus drivers.
Pero ano ang epektibo? What is the effectiveness of that, Chairman? Kung there are 3,800 buses when the carrying capacity of EDSA is only 1,600 buses.
Doble.
Alam niyo po, pag nagkaroon na po ng sahod at meron ng monthly salaries po ito, siguro the regular market forces will dictate the need ko, ano po yung kailangan. Yung pong nakikita ko po rito, yung mga bus companies will form a consortium. Makikita nila, pag nagpasweldo tayo, ito lang yung ating kikitain. Siguro, mas maganda, magsama-sama na lang tayo. So, magkakaroon po dito ng yung market forces na kayo po siguro makakasagot yan. Yun na po siguro magdidictate ng terms dito. Magbabawasan na yung mga buses at magkakaroon po ng disiplina.
Which leads me to my last question, Chairman. Si Chairman Fernando noon, before, he was trying very hard to schedule the buses, kagaya ng ginagawa sa United States, Japan, etc. Because of this, meron ba tayong pag-asa na magkakaroon ng ganyan?
Yung scheduling po ng...
yes, para hindi sila nagsisingita.
In fact, simultaneous po yung ating mga initiatives tungkol dyan. Ito po yung sa sahod, DOLE po yung ating katulong dyan. Meron naman po kami yung OBR, yung Organized Bus Routes natin, na sa tingin ko po, pag na-strengthen with some technological input, RFID, yung iBus ng ating kababayan sa London, pag nagsama-sama po ito, who knows, baka marating din po natin yung binabanggit nyo kanina, kagaya po sa ibang bansa.
Okay.
Alright, maraming salamat po sa inyo, MMDA Chairman Francis Tolentino. Thank you po. Magandang umaga. At ngayon naman po makakausap din natin sa linya ng telepono si Executive Director June Lagunzad ng National Wages and Productivity Commission ng DOLE. Magandang umaga po sa inyo, sir.
Magandang umaga sa inyo lahat.
Good morning, Director Lagunzad. Yung saliksik ninyo that gives, that makes the salaries regular at saka non-performance based, magkano po ang magiging bayad sa mga bus drivers?
Well, ang concept, Maring Winnie, magkaroon ng basic pay para magkaroon ng income security. So, we found out that income security would influence the risk-taking behavior of drivers. So, kung meron silang...
That's only one of four.
How is it?
That's only one of four.
What were you saying?
That's only one of four reasons why drivers act this way. So let's concentrate on that.
Yes, let's concentrate on that. So we signed a joint statement at pagdating ng Enero, ipapatupad ito sa pamamagitan ng department order ng DOL at bawat isang bus operator
Oo. Sa saliksik niyo po,
bibigyan ng assistance ng Department of Labor para maitatag yung tinatawag na part fixed at part variable.
Magkano po yun, sir? Magkano po yung ibibigay natin na part fixed na salary? Ano ho yun? Minimum wage? Ano ho ba?
Well, ang pinakamababa minimum wage, ang aming tansya dahil lang mga bus drivers ay licensed, merong skills at saka experience, pwede silang magkaroon ng agreement na mas mataas pa sa minimum wage. Pero yun ang pinamahalagang bahagi ng wage system nila. Yung namang variable part ng kanilang income ay base sa iba-ibang factors. Unang-una siyempre yung sa kapakanan ng negosyo, mahalaga yung sales o yung profit. Pangalawa, yung safety record at saka yung absence ng traffic violation. So, kung merong performance-based income na tinitignan yung profit, yung safety record at saka yung non-traffic violation, then madadagdagan yung basic at ma-influensahan yung behavior ng mga drivers.
Okay. Pinag-aralan nyo ba, Director Lagunsad, yung inyong komite, pinag-aralan nyo ba kung magkano ang magiging diferensya ng ang kita ng mga bus drivers ngayon at ang kita ng mga bus drivers pag nasa performance-based and basic pay? Meron ba kayong saliksik?
Ang aming guiding principle na pinagkasunduan na kinakailangan non-diminution. In other words, wala dapat malulugi. So, sa mga drivers, dapat at least they would earn the same amount. Tapos ang profit dapat na-maintain. Ang diferensya dito, dahil na rin nakita namin na yung working hours masyadong matagal, between 16 to 19 hours a day.
Wow.
Kung merong basic at i-spread yan sa ilang araw, na mas maraming araw, marireduce yung working hours, tapos merong basic at merong commission. Sa loob ng isang linggo, suma total, pareho rin ang kikitain.
Ay, pareho lang. Hindi ho mas mataas.
You're sure, ha?
Pwedeng, I'm talking about guiding principles and we're trying to establish this structure so that it would influence behavior of drivers and operators.
Okay, kailan ho natin nakikitang magagawa ba
Kailan
ito?
nyo malalaman? Kung
By
success.
January, there is another factor. This is, you mentioned training. Ang idea, bago bigyan ng lisensya ang mga bus drivers, dadaan sila sa training at magkakaroon ng certification. So, merong motor skills, tapos yung knowledge sa safety, at saka sa traffic rules. So, pag alam nila yan, bibigyan sila ng lisensya. Mangyayari lahat yan sa Enero. Sa Enero, inaasahan natin na yung pag-issue ng mga lisensya ay nagre-require na ng certification sa TESDA. Tapos, sa bawat kumpanya, magkakaroon na ng sistema na kung saan merong basic pay at saka performance-based wage.
Okay. Ima-monitor nyo po yan, ano, ha? Especially yung kung ano ang magiging final results as far as the wages of the bus drivers are concerned. Hindi po.
Ang Department of Labor meron authority para mag-inspect ng mga bus operators at tingnan kung merong compliance. Then we will make a report on the development.
Okay. Kailan ang report ninyo?
Well, if we have results, we will tell you. But we are targeting that within 6 months of next year, we would have significant results.
At least,
Maganda
step
naman
forward.
maganda naman yung direksyon.